Hi, my name's Nikki Cunningham and I've been asked to give a short talk about pregnancy after loss. So I had a baby called Harry and he was born about 2 years ago now, and he was born quite poorly after suffering a bleed during his labour. I didn't realise that I had Vasopravia whilst I was pregnant, and it wasn't until after he was born that it was actually diagnosed. He was born really poorly and had quite severe brain damage, and all of his organs were starting to shut down. As a result, he made 26 hours with us as a family, and we decided to turn off his life support at 26 hours, and we said goodbye to him in my arms. So that was a very difficult time. I'm sure you've already heard about people who have lost babies and how difficult that is. But I'm here to talk today about the subsequent pregnancy after losing a baby. After I lost Harry, it was really strange. It was something that I just desperately wanted to be pregnant again, and everybody kept telling me, don't rush it, it will come, the time will come when you're ready. And it was only 6 months after we lost Harry that I found out I was pregnant with Florence. So it wasn't too long, it just felt like the longest time ever. Every day I was praying for a miracle, and every month that went by without a positive pregnancy test was like the end of the world. So it was very difficult, and we were obviously elated to find out that we were expecting again. That was just the beginning though, because I think every day I was pregnant with Florence, I was absolutely scared out of my mind. I was ready to see blood in the toilet, or worried that I wouldn't feel any movement. I would look forward to my meetings with my midwife so much, just to hear her heartbeat and know that things were going well. I was really, really overjoyed when I started to feel her movements, because I knew that there was something that I could monitor myself, and be kind of in control of what was going on. So that was great. As soon as I could feel some movement, it was really reassuring. However, I had problems with Florence as well, in that at the end of our pregnancy, she stopped moving, and she was about 33 weeks when she stopped moving, and I reported it to my midwife, who told me that actually movements do slow down around this time. It turned out that actually I decided that I was going to take myself off to the hospital because I didn't feel that 10 days of not moving was good enough. And after losing Harry, I was just really paranoid about absolutely everything. And they took me in. I think really they were more trying to deal with my anxieties than dealing with the actual, non-movement of our baby. They kept me in, they tried to reassure me, but it wasn't until I asked for a consultant to come and review the CTG that they saw that yes, she had stopped moving, there were signs of distress, and that they were going to deliver her. But they were more erring on the side of I was super anxious and that my stress probably wasn't helping the pregnancy. They decided to deliver her, and when she was delivered, she had her cord around her neck and she passed some meconium, but after her first day with us, she suffered some really bizarre early onset jaundice and was severely anemic, with all of her blood results. And it turned out that she'd actually had a feto-maternal hemorrhage, and she'd lost, it was about half of her blood, so into me, and this had gone completely undiscovered. And if it hadn't have been for the fact that I had been super paranoid about my movements, then we probably would have lost another baby. But the point that I'm trying to make here is that every mother, after they've lost a baby, is going to find it incredibly hard to carry another one, because the loss that they have suffered has been absolutely catastrophic. Their whole life has been turned upside down. Their whole life will never be the same again. And to have that fear of going through it a second time is absolutely immense. So anything that can be done to try and hold the hands of these women, not in a patronising way, but in an understanding way, is is all I can say that can really help. Anything that will reassure the mothers, like having the extra Dopplers, or maybe extra scans depending on how their baby was lost. It all goes that extra mile just to reassure them and get them through those 9 months before they meet their baby and they can have some joy back in their lives. The other thing I would be very careful about saying is that things will be all right once this baby arrives, because that's just the beginning of another cycle of grief. After I gave birth to Florence, obviously I was just the happiest person ever, just to have a baby who was doing well and I could cuddle and I could enjoy and I could bring home. But she's 9 months now, and every day I feel sad that Harry isn't here and Florence is here, and I have all kinds of bizarre feelings of guilt and grief and every kind of emotion about Florence and Harry. So it's just the beginning. Things obviously do feel better when you've had another baby, because you've got something new to focus on, another life that needs you, but you will always carry your baby, who is now an angel, in your heart, and it makes things very, very difficult. So your role as a midwife is obviously crucial to helping them through that very difficult period before they can give birth. So I really hope that this has been informative and helpful, and I hope that you enjoy the rest of your course. Thank you for listening.